Yo, y'all still tuned in there? Yes, sir. This is your boy Harlem Smiley, man, and you are tuned into the one and only Dirt Gang TV. So we got a good one for y'all today, man. Yes, sir. We in the metaverse with it. We all my gamers. Make sure y'all tune in, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Oh yeah, we got a good one for y'all today.
Dirt Gang Productions. Yo, Harlem Smiley, it's about that time. We want to see a movie. Work time.
As y'all can tell, I synced up already. Time for y'all to sync up, man. Yo, y'all still tuned in it? This is your boy Harlem Smiley, man, and you are tuned in to the one and only Dirt Gang TV. So we got a special guest in here today. Yo, y'all still tuned in there? Means audio right, man. The helping divisions, which we like to call that over here. Time. Does the Lord really use you to help other people get out of certain situations? Yeah. This is your boy Harlem Smiley. You are tuned in to the one and only Dirt Gang TV, and as usual, it don't matter what y'all smoking on. There's a couple of things we got flowing, man, but right now I'm gonna play this perfectly flawed. You wanna start out with that one?
So it was cool though. It was a cool experience. It was just too far. Like it was just
that shit's far. I'm just a Brooklyn Crip from a Harlem set. Show some respect, and not cuz put in a check.
Yeah, man. Like I'm a whole different. I'm one of those.
Yeah, man. Whether it's an indica, a sativa, a hybrid, that Reggie Miller, the Reginald Jennings, the helping the. We gonna get all three tracks off you send me, but you wanna start off with that one? You know we don't smoke that shit over. Please, y'all gonna burn your throat. The man ain't even been out of jail, but you know we gonna get into.
It's coming for today, so I felt like today it was only right that we started out with a little battle rap talk, man. Cause y'all know, I know y'all done seen it, man. We're going to the all podcast.
Why you getting so deep? But we will see. And I still see y'all in there. Monday morning, get up. You can't get this money when you in there sleep on the couch. Let's go, man. Dirt Gang TV, the one and only, man. Let's get that. You want me to start out with the call them out?
Yeah, I think call them out would be cool. Yeah.
Call them out, start out with?
Yeah. Gotta take out later. The weapons the job opportunities a little bit more.
Yeah, that's facts.
You know what it is? Before we get into it, you know I gotta be tell these girls too, man. This is a girl I work with too. She keep all her boyfriends keep breaking up with her because she's too aggressive. And I be trying to smoke it, man, especially the Fonto with the raw paper, of course, or the Bob Marley paper, man. But if you add the graphic.
Yes, sir. Greetings and salutations. We got Jay Brown in the building. Tsunamic Wave in the building. Yes, sir. Pass the Sticks podcast. What's good, gentlemen?
What's good, man? How you feeling?
Hey, man. Chilling, man. You know how that go, man. And I do appreciate y'all for stopping in, man, on Dirt Gang TV, man. So I know a lot of people probably thinking, what the hell's going on? They see Game Simpsons and all this shit in the background. Yeah, man. These gentlemen's right here, completely, both of them as a whole, man, complete to make Pass the Sticks podcast, man. So what I want to do is, because they may not know what's going on. They may not know a little bit of y'all, you know, a little bit of what y'all got going on, man. So what I want to do first and foremost, we're going to play a small clip of, you know, y'all just running around on the gaming system, man. And then we're going to give them another small clip afterwards, you know, and let them know what the little bit of the podcast about, man. Yes, sir. So with that being said, we're going to get into this clip. We're going to come back, man, and we're going to talk a little bit with the guys about what go down, man, on Pass the Sticks, man. Let's go.
Let's get it.
I have a subject in view, far off. There's a jump tower here. Let's go over here.
Bro, my shit I tried to do the checklist and it just cut off. So I'm not doing no checklist shit right now. I probably won't even redo my poll, man. Hold on, let me do it like this. I could put up a reaction goal on the side. Take these challenges off.
Trouble here.
Round 4. Beginning countdown.
Enemy spotted.
Seriously.
Charging on my shield. Got a bandit.
Double timing it. Taking damage.
Taking damage.
I will assist you.
Reloading.
I ain't even gonna lie. It was a lot of blowing up and futuristic and shit happening over there, man. So what I want y'all to do is, man, tell a little bit of people about what content y'all have on y'all platforms, man.
Yeah. So what we do is we talk everything gaming and not just each in like PlayStation, Xbox. We talk the gaming landscape, from how gaming affected us in our life to how like what's going on in the news world with gaming, whether it's Microsoft buying up this studio or anything like that. We cover everything gaming and we get into all types of stuff on the show. You know how it goes. You start off on one topic and you just segue into another, and then we get off the rails every time, but we get back.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. And not only do y'all talk about gaming stuff too, but y'all actually play. Like, what was the game that y'all was playing right there? Tsunamic Wave.
Oh yeah, that was me. I stream, so that was me playing Apex. Me and Jay do the podcast together, and I kind of stream separately from that. That's kind of a different thing, but yeah, that's what you saw right there.
So Tsunamic Wave and Pass the Sticks podcast is two separate things, but it's both pretty much, through the game and that's like me, right? Like I got a one-man podcast, which we on right now, but I also got another podcast, Best of Both Worlds. Two separate podcasts, but they go hand in hand together too.
Yeah, we like Redman and Method Man, man.
Yeah. You know how that go. Yep. Tsunamic Wave, he's just part of the Wu-Tang Clan officially. But Jay Brown is, he's Redman. He's like an associate by association. Yes. You know how that go. Turn it up. These motherfuckers don't even know Redman is not really even part of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Right.
Yeah. You know how that go. That's a great analogy, by the way, too. Yeah, man. So let me ask y'all a couple of questions, man. And Tsunamic Wave, this is for you specifically, with the streaming part of it too. Do you play any other games besides Warzone? And if you do, let me get a list of some of the games you play. And Jay, the same question for you, even offline if you don't stream it.
All right, so I play Apex, which is the game that we saw the clip of. I really don't play Warzone like that too much.
Yeah.
Halo, but those really it, honestly, on stream. I just been really into shooters. But sometimes you might see me playing like an adventure game. Like I might stream Dying Light 2, which is a new game that just came out, or that new Pokemon Acreus that just came out as well. So I do dibble and dabble, but right now I've been strictly just playing shooters.
Let me ask you that, Jay. Same question for you.
Yeah, yo. So me, I play everything. Like I've always been that person. Like the game look hot, like, and I can get it, I will. So like, but for right now, lately it's been Halo. It's been a lot of games like MLB The Show, Madden, like sports games as well. But in terms of shooters, it's been Halo, like big time. That's like taking up like practically all my time right now.
Halo had a long standing run.
Yeah.
Of it's not too many games that had long standing runs, but Halo is definitely one of them, man. Just to ask y'all a little controversial question, because this one is not part of the 21 questions we gonna play earlier. I mean later, excuse me, man. Red Dead Redemption 2 or Daylight 2? If you had to choose one, 24 hours to live, and they told you could play one game, which one of those two are y'all playing?
Me, I gotta go Red Dead, because Red Dead, like, yo, the way they put that game like together, like I know the background of the game in terms of like it took like hours and months to put it together, but there's like almost nothing you can't do in that game. So I gotta go Red Dead.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel the same way because it's close. I mean, to me, it's closer to GTA, and I like that. If I'm gonna play a game like that, I like to run around and just do my own thing and kind of wild out. If you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes they don't want to just save people all the time, man. Sometimes you just want to go spin blocks, as the young people like to say. You know how that go, man. Hey, let me ask y'all a question, man. Do y'all get into like the GTAs and like to say like the Maddens and the 2K? Do you get into like the sports and the other aspects of the games?
Yeah, man. Me personally, I'm not really tough on Madden. I do play it, but I'm not. That's probably all of the games you listed. Probably the least favorite one. And then 2K right now is kind of on in the doghouse with me as well, because I mean, I'm enjoying a new game, but not as much as I was when it first came out. Then yeah, as far as sports, I play a lot of UFC.
Jay must have hit that back button. He'll come out. That's gonna happen a lot. They go to hit one button and they hit the back button by mistake. So yeah, he'll don't worry, he'll hit that back button soon. Because I know that should be happening to all my guests and they be popping up here. They be like, damn, I hit the button by mistake. So Jay, you good. Just hit the same. If you listening, just hit the same link that you hit before, and it'll bring you right back in here, man. So as far as Tsunamic Wave go, just like your specific what else do you stream on besides just or actually what's your streaming platforms that you stream on, period, when you go live?
Well, I prefer to stream on the Xbox, the next gen, if that's what the younger generation call it. But I do have PC as well, which allows me to stream the game. So I do play some PC titles, but I prefer to play Xbox because I'm not really good on the mouse and keyboard thing. And I don't want to. I mean, I don't know. I just prefer Xbox, man. That's just.
They be abusing them. They be abusing the shit out of the mouse and keyboards on there. Or you be motherfuckers be fighting on GTA. You be hearing buttons. I be like, damn, son. I know
it's easier for people to cheat on PC too. So that's another
glitch fighting shit.
Well, yeah, they could write codes and scripts and all kind of stuff into games like ways you can't do on console. So yeah, I mean, there's probably ways you could cheat on console, but you gotta. It's probably attachments and stuff.
Yeah,
but like PC, you could get it like in. I don't know. I'm just not. I rather just stay away from all that extra stuff.
Now, what online sites besides Facebook are you on? As far like, are you on Twitch, YouTube, or is YouTube? Is gonna be one to come?
Well, I'm exclusively on Facebook right now, but I am gonna start expanding to YouTube because I'm not. It ain't like I'm signed to Facebook. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I could expand, but right now I'm trying to focus on one platform, kind of build a following before I move on and try to conquer another one.
Okay, that's what's up. Nah, that's good though. Sometimes and I'm learning that just now because sometimes I had to back out of certain shit. You realize you jumped into mad shit. Your ass got mad different subscriptions. you got mad shit going. You don't got time to do all 10 things at one time.
Yeah, you would stretch yourself thin, especially if you still working a regular job. Because I still teach. It ain't like I do this full time. It's kind of hard for a person of color to stream full time. It ain't like it's a unicorn type situation, but it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? So like I still do work.
Now,
so,
what advice would you give just like the old regular everyday Joe who has a job like us, regular job, but need to find time for streaming, and they'd be like, oh, I can't do it, because let's be for real, you got a regular job, I got a regular job, we got kids, we got shit, but we both still find that time to do it. So what advice would you kind of give them if they sitting around thinking like, damn, I just don't have time to do this?
Well, take a couple days out the week, 2 hours a day, and then that's the times that you stream, and then take another hour, and well, not even an hour. You could do this in 20 minutes. You could scrub through the 2 hours of footage and put a 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 15 second clips on TikTok. I would say TikTok, because TikTok algorithms kind of work in a way where if you got shorter clips, it work in your favor. So you put them on TikTok. Hopefully you grow on TikTok. Again, it ain't easy, but be consistent. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like Nipsey Hussle said, well, I don't want to try to say his words verbatim, but pretty much it's a marathon, man. It ain't a sprint, it's a marathon.
It's a fact. Longevity is definitely, and like you said, consistency. I tell people all the time too, like, you have to be consistent. Don't mean doing everyday content, because you also don't want to, you don't want to saturate yourself either. You see what I'm saying? Out. Correct. But y'all are in the actual, y'all are in the sector and the part of, this gaming shit that you kind of can't run out of content. It's like for years, we've been playing the game, doing the same shit in the game over and over and over and over, just different scenarios inside the game. So that's kind of smart, because it's some shit that you just can't run out of content. But at the same time, motherfuckers, it's almost like a lot of time with these series and stuff like that, the reason why they do have commercial breaks, the reason why they do have season finales and all this stuff like that, it's the weight factor. You'll get way more if you just take some time and make the people miss you a little bit. Make them like, oh shit, where's Tsunamic Wave been at, man? I'm trying to figure out how to do this on there, because let's be for real, right? These kids nowadays, they don't want to sit back and take the time to learn the game themselves. So they're watching a lot of y'all to figure out how to do this stuff. Oh shit, I'm playing zombies. I need to figure out how to, get to the Pack-a-Punch machine and all that. They may not know how to do it, but they may watch y'all or whatever like that. Okay, cool. Now I know how to Pack-a-Punch my gun. You see what I'm saying? Such and such like that too. So it's very important, and it's very profitable. It's very profitable, especially too, because now you got Facebook. As far as February 13th is about to start paying content creators for creating content on Facebook. So is that something you're going to jump into, that program?
Well, Facebook been selecting a few of their creators to kind of test beta. You know what I'm saying? So what they have been doing is doing like a bonus match where, like, you get a certain amount of stars, they'll match it, or they give you a certain amount of money if you reach a certain amount of views and likes on your reels. So if you see, Facebook have been getting a ton of more reels in their reel section, I would say. That's because those creators was put in a program where they could make money doing that. So they probably figured out a way where they can do it and sustain it. So now they putting it out. So yeah, I can't wait, because that just means that I don't have to hope that they make it final. You know what I'm saying? That's good news to me, because I really didn't know. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, nah, you know what it is too. They've been sending, like me, right? They haven't been sending it to like my regular Harlem Smiley page, but they've been sending it to my Dirt Gang TV page. And sometimes when you got those pages linked to like your YouTube and shit like that, they'll be sending you those things. Like every time you pop up, they'll tell you to, they'll send you the link to where all you got to do is just set up, all your information and stuff like that, and you'll be good. Here go, Jay. And yeah, then you'll set up all your information. You'll be good. Now you good, Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying. So being that you back, man, let me ask you something, man. How did y'all link up and get started with the podcast and decided to like, yo, this is something we want to jump into, we want to get into?
Well, I knew Tsunamic Wave for a long time, probably like 15, 16 years now. So
it's been a minute.
Through my cousin. So then basically I went to college and I was like, even in college, I was like, yo, it'd be dope to have a game show. Like I go back to like, the G4 days, watching about video games. I used to get the magazines. I was like, yo, it'd be dope to have my own game show. But then I was like, solo podcast stuff can be tough, but I'm like, basically I love the banter back and forth between people. So then it became, who am I going to have this show with? You know what I mean? So I was like, they gotta love games, but I also gotta like that person. So I was like, it was a no-brainer. So, it's my brother right there. You know what I mean? So I'm like, Tsunami Wave. So basically I came to him, I pitched him on it, and he was like, yeah, yo, let's go. And we was talking about doing something creative for a long time, and this was it. It was a perfect timing, man. Perfect storm.
That's what's up, man. And was it difficult to get everything as far as like, set up from the beginning? Because obviously are y'all in the same state and as far as like area, I should say?
Yeah, so we like 25 minutes away from each other, like on a bad day. Like, so basically it wasn't hard. Basically what it was I was like, I'm the type where I'm like, yo, I'll get everything. I just need you to show up. And he's like, yo, let me help you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yo, I'm gutted. Yo, this is like the project that I want to do. My vision was he's helping me out. You know what I mean? He's taking time out of his nights and stuff like that with his family to help me on our vision. So I was like, yo, I'll get everything. He was like, yo, let me help you. So I had to learn how to like accept the help. But man, it's been great.
Yeah, I'm somebody like that too. Sometimes you gotta take the help, realize a team is a lot better than you just trying to bust out everything by yourself. But that's good though. Strong will kind of shit. You know how that go. Two personalities like that always does great. Word up. So what's next? What's next from here? Because we know y'all do have the podcast, Tsunamic Wave. You do stream live. So what's next? What do y'all want to see this podcast bloom into, or what do y'all have next as far as like individuals?
I mean, I guess what's next for us as a team would be to conquer a visual aspect of the show and then put that out on a platform, whichever platform that may be. We have to decide that as a team, but again, that's something that's for the future. Right now, we just trying to sharpen iron, as they say, and get better in this space, because we still new. We only like 51 shows, maybe 52 shows in. So we still really brand new to this, and we just want to be better at the craft. So right now we just trying to get better. And then after we get really, good, we trying to attack the visual landscape. You know what I'm saying? And I guess me as an individual, I'm just, like I said earlier before Jay came back in, I'm just trying to attack Facebook right now with a Kobe mindset. You know what I'm saying? Just obsessed. You feel me? And then just go from there.
That's good, Jay.
Yeah, the visual side is something that we talked about for a while, and it's coming soon. The only other thing besides that I would say is definitely getting to these gaming conventions. Like obviously with COVID and everything, it kind of shut the world down. But in terms of getting out to like a E3, which they might not even have anymore, but in its place, it's the Summer Game Fest, which is basically the new version of E3. Get to these conferences, meet these other gamers and the fans of gaming, and just basically be able to just network through that. That's really like my number one goal, is to get to these events, and hopefully we can do it starting this summer.
Yeah, these events is good. Even the competition one. Like I took my son to a Fortnite competition in Vegas. And when I signed him up, like my son, you know, I mean, I really don't get busy on Fortnite, but he get busy on Fortnite. You see what I'm saying? But when he got in there, he looked around and he's like, nah, I'm not doing this. They had stage and they had streaming and it was cameras everywhere, and grown men in there, and it was no PlayStation or Xbox. It was all PCs, but they had the controllers that can hook up to them. And I ain't even gonna lie, like, you know, like I felt bad for the little kids because I know they had absolutely no chance of winning. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you be surprised with the little 100%. Kids. It was a little kid that won the $3 million Fortnite tournament about it was probably like 10 years ago, 5-10 years ago by now. But yeah, kids crazy. Get busy. Don't sleep on the kids.
Nah, that's a fact. And this one, he was like 6-7 years old at this time too. So now, you know, him being 9, about to be 10 soon. You know, it's probably different circumstances. Savage. But yeah, he walked in there. He was like, nah. And I never seen him get intimidated. He's like, I'm not playing in here. You know what I'm saying? So, do y'all see yourself, you know, doing competitions like that, like going down and actually going to these places that's big and televised? And you know, I ain't gonna lie, like they be having stages and they be having grand champions that be in there and all kind of shit. Y'all see yourself doing that?
No doubt. Like a lot of the gaming, like whether it's Super Smash Brothers, Fortnite, Halo, things like that, that's games that we already play. So like whether it's being there or actually playing in them, it's really like a goal. Like I said, like it falls in line along with the conventions because if we're gonna talk about it regardless, we might as well be there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, facts. That's the same. Tournaments is something that I've tried in the past as far as gaming go. I definitely want to try to get into some serious Apex tournaments myself. I just need to find a team. I'm making sure I'm saying this on live because, you know, it might be 2 people out there listening that want to, you know, build some chemistry and create a dynasty out here.
No doubt.
Even with especially on YouTube too. That's why, in my opinion, I feel like Twitch and YouTube should be kind of like, if y'all like doing that too, because they do a lot of that shit on Discord. You see what I'm saying? And you know, like that should be something next that y'all should probably look into when it comes to this, because you can monetize it while you streaming on YouTube. Twitch, this easy, it's simple. All they gotta do is just subscribe. So the more content you put up there, the more people are gonna come in there and subscribe. You know, buy bits and all that shit too. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. And like right now, right, I'm using one streaming app, the same StreamYard link. The StreamYard, you can go live through Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at the same time. Like I don't got 3 separate cameras up right now. I'm using one app to stream through the other 3 apps.
Oh yeah, I use something similar to that called OBS Studios.
Oh yeah. Only thing they don't link with YouTube though, or Facebook. One of the 2 they don't link with. Some of the sites that link, they only link with one, but the other linking sites, they won't like. The one I'm using right now, it won't link to Instagram, and it won't link to fucking to TikTok.
I meant to say Streamlabs OBS. OBS Studios is not gonna let you link multiple things. That not happen.
Yeah, but that's why I think this site is dope and too. And I ain't even gonna lie, like I put a couple of little gamers onto this site too, and they've been loving the shit because all you gotta do is just mirror the shit. And then, you know, I mean, from here, you good. Twitch, you just got to mirror the shit. And, you know, you good. So you have one screen open on the laptop, had that mirrored through Twitch, and all this shit is just boom by bit. That's it. A phone and a laptop, and you good to go.
Yeah, you know nice, man.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. I was computer illiterate before YouTube. You know, now I feel like one of the Geek Squad niggas. I'd have had to learn so much and all that shit. I ain't gonna lie. That's a fact. So what we're gonna do is, man, we're gonna play the people a quick clip of y'all podcast, man, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna get into this little 21 questions game, man.
Out, and I think DLC pack for Sims 4 was last year, so like I think that was the last one. So people were like, "Yo, either feed us more DLC or like you see what I'm saying, like or make a new one." They do, but let's jump on to the next game. Next game we talking about is Silent Hill. Now, a lot of people it's Team Resident Evil, of course. But I've always had like a small, like little love fest for Silent Hill, just because it was darker. It's more gritty. Like they kind of saw Resident Evil kind of make a little turn towards, more commercialized gaming, survival mode. Like I remember when I first even saw this game.
In this direction,
100%.
Like, and Xbox is doing the same thing with all of them games. That Activision, Blizzard, they doing the same thing.
100%. Yeah,
they probably bought 51% of the company and just was like, listen, y'all do y'all thing, and then when these joints come out, send them to Game Pass.
It's really that simple. It just goes back to my point.
Because you can still make a multi-platform, send it to Game Pass, and still make your money from PlayStation and all the other ones.
100%. Yeah, like it's really that. It's like, I know at times it's funny, like the jokes are funny, and it's fun to be like, oh, it's a war. But they really haven't been at war they're doing different things, you know what I mean? Like Sony wants to branch out. Microsoft wanted to branch out, obviously. That's why they did the Game Pass thing in the first place. So it's like, what's the point, right? And both of the highest selling games on both consoles are multi-platform games anyway. So what's the point? You know what I mean? Well, hopefully we get this next one at least to hold us over.
yeah. Hurry up before PlayStation do some petty. Right to the show. I'll be mad. They be petty, man. It is what it is, though.
But with that said, let's jump into This Week in Gaming, where we briefly look back on games that dropped throughout this week.
Yes, sir. You know why I like y'all podcasts and what y'all do? It's very important to do a podcast with somebody who you know and somebody who you can genuinely have regular conversation with, because the laughter part is very important. The whole camaraderie, the whole, having that communication and having that, connection, that shit is very important. So, definitely y'all got over 50 something episodes. No, how many episodes you said? Over 50 something, right?
Yeah, over 50, yeah.
Yeah, over 50 episodes. You know what somebody told me? They told me you got to have at least 50 episodes of a podcast for you to even be considered your platform to even be a podcast. You got to do at least 200 episodes of a podcast before you even consider yourself a podcaster. 500 episodes in, your shit should be. I thought that number was absolutely crazy, because I ain't even gonna lie. Me and Melly Mel, we only like 26 episodes in. This shit only 16 episodes in. So I'm like, damn, if I add those together, damn, I'm not even like I can't call none of my shit nothing yet. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I try to tell people, like, this is like you said before, it's definitely a marathon with this podcast and shit. But we all know this is some shit that's new. It's not new, it's new to our community, I would say. Podcasting, there used to be, nerds and specific people doing podcasting, but now our people learned that, our conversation is that absolutely amazing. And we could talk just about anything: sports, gaming, politics, community, revolutionary. We could talk just about anything in these streets too. So we coming strong for this podcast game, man. That's a fact. Nice. Before we get into this, because I definitely let's do that first. I want to tap in something. I want to tap in a little bit, or want y'all to tap in on a little bit of what y'all was discussing in that clip specifically, because I thought that was a very important topic that y'all was talking about right there, as far as with Sony, Sony and Xbox. Like, why do you think Xbox is going to prevail more than Sony?
I don't know if it's more about prevailing, because, like, honestly, in my personal opinion, Xbox is trying to. Well, I feel like Xbox is the way they make their moves. It feel like they are trying to go in a way where there's no counsel. Like, you could open your phone right now and play Xbox games. You could go on any type of tablet right now and play Xbox games. Like, you can go, like, so I don't feel and then they putting everything in subscription base. So like, I don't know if they really care about this war more than PlayStation do, because PlayStation is kind of seem more like in the consoles, in my opinion.
You don't think that's kind of, what it is? A lot of the most successful companies, have went that route in the past and that have been great. Like people think the New York Knicks have specific owners, like a lot of other basketball teams, not realizing this is just a bunch of shareholders.
Yeah.
And the shit work. People don't realize McDonald has a corporate and then McDonald has franchise.
Right.
So there's a bunch of shareholders that just owns a lot of it. Same thing with 7-Elevens. 7-Elevens is a lot of, you can own your own 7-Eleven right now if you want to. So there's a lot of companies too who have went sort of, even though it's not the same thing, but it's similar route that Xbox I think is doing, and it has worked in the past. Because I don't know, I think right now them going head to head with PlayStation for all these years, they losing the fight. I feel like the Xbox 360 was the one time that they actually had that edge. But other than that, like they've been losing the fight, and I think they just trying to do something to get ahead of the game. Same thing with Redbox. How Redbox now you can do online on your phone now. You don't have to just go to the Redbox thing because of Netflix and Hulu and HBO Max and all this shit. So I don't know. Do you think that's possible too, that they may just be jumping ahead of the game a little bit, trying something different, or you think they just like this they last push and they might be out of there?
Yeah, so I think one of the things that Microsoft with their Xbox, I think the way they got into the gaming world might be the way they get out. So basically, Microsoft they never actually wanted to make an actual console. They wanted to supply the parts to Sony, Sega, Nintendo, and after a while, when they started being like, no, it's too expensive, that caused Microsoft to kind of be like, all right, well then we kind of gotta do our own thing if we want to get into this landscape. So to make this money, out comes the Xbox. And so I do agree with you. Like you said, when the 360 came out, that was like they here to stay. You know what I mean? The 360 was dope and everything. But in typical Microsoft fashion, around the time of the Xbox One, it shifted. They wanted to make this all-in-one thing where you could hook up your cable box into it, and they kind of forgot about the games, right? And that was their biggest flaw. PlayStation was pumping out game after game. Microsoft was more like, hey, hook up your cable to watch the basketball game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's a fact, man.
So now I think what Microsoft is doing, they're like, all right, well, if it's all about the games, then we're gonna put a subscription out called Game Pass. Every game that all the hot games are gonna be on it. $15 a month. That's all you guys gotta pay. You don't gotta pay $60 no more in the stores, and that's it. So I do think they're getting away from what we call like traditional gaming, the console and everything like that. But I think they're going more towards, to be honest, I think they're trying to compete with Amazon and Netflix and Apple and more than PlayStation. I think they see like, okay, PlayStation stays strong, Nintendo stays strong. They don't have to sell to Apple, who's trying to get into the gaming world as we speak. They don't have to sell to those. And I think Microsoft is trying to compete with the guys on the higher level, where PlayStation is more like, we make games. That's all, you know what I mean? That's what we do.
I told people Fortnite changed the game in a lot of ways. With that being a free game that you can spend money in, which I think Fortnite stole that whole idea from Candy Crush. In my opinion, to make it something free. Because that was the only free game that, in my opinion, that you can get at that time, but you could absolutely just spend money in.
Well, Fortnite wasn't made to be popular from a battle royale, right? Fortnite was originally a zombie game.
Correct.
So the original idea for Fortnite was that you come in, you build these bases, and then you kill hordes of zombies. And then on the side, they had the Battle Royale mode. But the Battle Royale mode became so popular, they eliminated the zombie mode. So you can't even find the zombie mode in Fortnite anymore. But it wasn't intended to be a free Battle Royale game. It was intended to be the zombie game.
I read that too. And when I say that they changed the game for a lot, because they made it to where a lot of people was going to start following in that suit. And same thing, it's like the whole, like, all right, before, right? Going to the movies, you remember how movies before, they used to be cheap. The movie started charging mad money because that was the number one place to go and watch movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Movies was crazy. So now that the movie theaters done took these hits, and now that the movie theaters are back open and people are still streaming, this is why movie theaters in all areas too, I've been seeing this in multiple states, have now been reducing their ticket prices rate, because they realize now they got to compete with these subscription places too. It's going to be the same thing with the games. I guarantee you, this is a realm that PlayStation is going to have to jump into.
Yeah,
they're
you're 100% right, because that's exactly what started happening when Xbox first launched Game Pass. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's like Netflix." So all the hot games and the new games, it's not going to be on there, but you could play the old games, right? Just like how Netflix used to be. But like you said, Netflix started pumping out top tier movies directly to streaming and things like that, and it changed the game. Microsoft took their flagship product, Halo, and put it right on Game Pass. So now when PlayStation fans are like, yo, if they could put Halo on a streaming service, why can't we have God of War on there? Why do I have to pay $70 for a game that if it's also on Xbox, my boy could download for free? You know what I mean? Like, so I agree. It's going to force PlayStation to kind of answer back with something similar, because if not, I could see a lot of people not ditching PlayStation, but in terms of the games that are on both PlayStation and Xbox, they may get an Xbox and just play it there, because just for the sake of money, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me ask y'all a question, man. Get all, a little bit to some different shit, man. What reviews have y'all been hearing? Because y'all more in these gaming streets than me. What reviews have y'all been hearing on this Soulja Boy console?
Personally, I heard it wasn't great. Like I heard the concept of it was dope, just in terms of, like, I think it had like a way to play retro games as well. But basically, from what I heard, it's just like from a technological standpoint, it's just not there. You know what I mean? Like, we're at the time where I could grab the Nintendo Switch and play like top tier games in my hand, or when the Steam Deck drops next month, I could play like top tier like games and close to like great near 4K in my hands. And that was just more like just not on par with it. It's more like something that, like, remember back in the day, they used to have the plug and play joints. You put it right into the TV. It was more like that, which is good in its own, but not it's not that top tier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did not expect you to say Soulja Boy console. That's the only reason why I laugh. But nah, real talk, I feel like Soulja dropped that at the wrong time in his career. Like, he dropped that at a point in his career when, like, every time he on camera, something crazy happened. Like, he was just not looking great at that time. So I don't think he should have waited until he got it back together. Like he kind of is now. Like, I feel like he would have dropped it kind of now, it would have did a lot better, because a lot of these consoles sort of like coming out right now with the retro games. They got like a retro Sega that look exactly like the Sega, but it ain't Sega, that play all the Sega games. Like, you feel me? So I feel like he could have made a print in the market. He probably kind of is. You never know. I didn't look at the numbers and nothing, because I honestly I don't even want to check for it. I don't want to buy it. So I didn't look, but I'm sure it's it ain't doing too bad, because like I said, it is a market for those type of consoles. I just think
it's hard to get too. It's hard to get.
You know why? Because they probably pulled that shit off for so many shelves.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. Like, only thing came to my mind when I seen it, I said, "Damn, this shit like the fake ass Game Gear. This shit like a fake ass Game Gear." Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, that shit look crazy.
Yeah.
So what we gonna do is, man, we gonna come back to, because I do got a few more questions for y'all, man. But we do play this game on the Best of Both World podcast. I do have with Melly Mel, 2 L's, all caps, all facts. Make sure y'all go subscribe to her channel. It's a sub right here. She is one half of the Best of Both World podcast. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? So right now we are on the Come On Son podcast, man, with your boy Harlem Smalley. So I'm gonna do this one for the team, for me and her for sure. So what I'm gonna do is, fellas, y'all listen, man. I know Tsunamic Wade had the red cup earlier. Jay Brown had the had his in a water bottle. He about to make moves like the Great White Shoes later. So the way this game works, gentlemen, pretty much for the most part, I'm gonna ask y'all, I'm gonna give y'all two options. You're supposed to choose one or the other. If you can't decide between the two, then we take a drink. I I mean, I'm gonna take a pull of the
Yeah, I got you.
blunt right now too, and that's something we're gonna talk about when we get back to the metaverse and the NFTs and all that. Because I think it's time to start enlightening our people to on some new and upcoming stuff too. So with that being said, yes, sir, we're about to get into 21 questions. Jay Brown, Tsunamic Ways, they are Pass the Sticks podcast, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, gentlemen. We do have Jeopardy in the background. I will ask y'all a series of questions. I'm going to start with you, Jay Brown. And the next question is going to be for Tsunamic Wave. First question. Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo?
Sega Genesis. That's a tough one.
Okay.
Sega Genesis.
Because it was always a preference when we was younger. You either had one or the other. You was very wealthy if you had both at that time.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, sir.
Definitely was rich.
Sir, Tsunamic Wave, Super Smash Brothers, or Mario Kart?
Damn. Super Smash Brothers, because I'd rather beat people up than drive cars.
Okay. All right.
In the game world, not in real life, for people that might be thinking I'm out here trying to beat people up.
Yeah, like my guy love the kids, man. He teaches the students. Like he not beat nobody up, but don't run down on them neither. Like,
I wouldn't advise that.
yeah. Like you don't know his pops neither. Like anyway, it's another time, another subject. Anyway, Jay Brown, Metal Gear Solid or GoldenEye 007?
Taking a swig.
I would take a pull.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
Nah,
I try
I
to
can't.
make this. I try to make it a little bit difficult for y'all, man.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one.
Tsunamic Wave, Atari or Nintendo?
Damn. Yeah, but my mom, yeah.
I'm gonna take a pull with him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a pull with him.
No,
I can't choose on that.
Can't pick that.
Yeah.
OGs.
Okay, Jay Brown.
Memories.
GTA, the whole series, or Call of Duty, the whole series? So GTA or COD?
I'm gonna go GTA classics. All of them.
Yeah.
Damn near all of them.
All right. This one might be a little bit easier. A lot of people don't even know what it is. PS3 or Sega Saturn?
Well, that's for me.
Yep.
PS3, man. I ain't never owned a Sega Saturn in my life. I ain't never touched. I saw a Sega Saturn twice in my whole life.
That was
not even played. I saw it.
I would probably say that I had all these systems I mentioned. I had.
Yeah.
At one point in time, that one probably broke down the most.
Yeah.
My Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
That
terribly made.
Yeah. It was between that one and then the damn CD reader and the PlayStation 2. Like them two shits was the worst. All right. Jay Brown. NBA 2K or Live? Back in 2005.
That's a tough one.
Oh, not for me. NBA Live 05, best basketball game of all time.
I told people that's the best basketball game. He's like, nah, that ain't fucking with the 2Ks. I said, nah, y'all bugging.
NBA Live. NBA Live 05. Yep.
After 05, they fell off though.
Yeah, they fell off big time. I never thought, because you remember 2K used to be the generic shit back then.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I never thought Live was gonna fall off like it did too. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was disappointed. I said, damn, Live 2K overthrow y'all.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Disappointing.
Yep.
I used to play the generic 2K low key, the regular with all like they had Iverson on like the first 2-3 covers.
Yeah.
But
Like, and I had them joints.
They shit used to look like Bird versus Jordan. I ain't even gonna lie. Like that shit was fucking. They shit used to look crazy back then.
It was wacky, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They
I
turned
still
it around
played
big
it.
time.
They did.
We talk about longevity and the stick do with the shit. Like what? You see what I'm saying? Like this is something I think Xbox gonna probably fuck around and do. Like, yeah, they was whooping our ass all them years, but look what happened in 2040. Niggas don't even know what PlayStations is. Like, it could happen. It could happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Tsunamic Wave, Red Dead Redemption 1 or 2?
Snap. 2, man.
2? Okay.
2 because of the multiplayer, the way multiplayer is set up and all that. Like, 2, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a surprise. Yeah, that was. I thought.
That was a tough one, but
surprised me a little bit.
Yeah,
Jay
I
Brown.
don't know why I surprised y'all like that.
Yeah, 2 is the shit. But 1 is just
fire.
like it. That talk about like classic.
It's OG.
Like,
I get it. It's OG classic, but sometimes the predecessors is just better.
All right. Jay Brown. Halo or God of War?
We drinking on that one. Like, not a chance. Yeah, I can't pick this one out.
Okay, because
I would drink with you on that.
That's a fact, man. You know them gamers gonna get y'all. Y'all pick the wrong shit. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck? Like, how could you pick this over this?"
God of War is why I've owned every PlayStation since it dropped. So, God of War, but it got to be both because Halo. You know what I mean? Like,
That's a good answer.
I'm picking both on that one.
That's a fact. All right, Tsunamic Wave.
Yep.
PlayStation 2 or Xbox 360?
Oh man, that's tough.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm on both sides of the fence of the PlayStation Xbox argument, man. I proudly say that I own both.
Yeah.
So
don't ask me.
Yeah. All right, for sure.
I already hit the cup. I'm not in it.
Okay.
My name been in. I ain't in it on that one.
All right. Jay Brown.
Sir.
Multiplayer games or single player games?
Multiplayer.
Okay.
Multiplayer, yeah. Just because the online experience changed the game. Like I go back to playing on the couch with the friends, you know what I mean? But being able to play with games with Tsunamic Wave, like you know what I mean, regardless of where he is in the world, it's a different experience, you know what I mean?
All right, being that's your tag team podcast partner.
Right.
I'm gonna ask you a question that's gonna piggyback off of that last one. Split screen, old school, like 007, or what we got now, which is what is that, first person?
Yeah, just one screen.
Split screen. This one's for Tsunamic Wave. He got to piggyback off of your
yeah.
Split screen or personal screen?
Yeah.
We gotta do personal screen because I don't want nobody screen watching, man.
Wait,
watching your screen with the split
team,
screen.
though? What if y'all on the same team and y'all got this? I'm talking about split screen. What if y'all on the same team?
Like co-op type stuff? Oh, all right. Nah, I want my whole screen. Like,
I ain't gonna lie. You know
back
what I
in the
be
days
hating?
with half of the screen or a quarter of the screen, that was the most annoying thing ever. I don't want to go back to that.
But think about what a nigga, you on one screen and he run out of fucking what's name and he get you killed. Like especially with zombies, that shit always happen.
Yeah,
he get you killed because he running so fucking far away from him. And that's why I like the split screen shit. We don't got our own screen. He can't run that far and get me chopped up by the zombies, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know how that go. All right, let's get to some old head game shit. Jay Brown.
Yes, sir.
Game Gear or Game Boy?
Game Boy. I love the Game Gear. I still got my Game Gear, but I gotta go Game
Boy. You still got that shit?
Still got the Game Gear, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
I still had it.
It takes 6 batteries.
Damn. Tell me you got Streets of Rage for that shit.
Yes,
that
sir,
was my favorite game on it was Streets of Rage, son. I played that shit for Yo, that's crazy, son.
Takes 6 batteries.
Damn, and them shits burning mad fast because you know them shits ain't have no savers or nothing. Like well, how much batteries is now? You can never own that game. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
you can't own that shit. Your kid's gonna need batteries every 2
Forever.
hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a fact.
Got hide that game in the cupboard.
Hell yeah, son. Tsunamic Wave.
Yep.
Ready to rumble or fight night?
Oh man.
Yeah, that's tough.
This is tough, but I'm gonna choose fight night.
Okay,
Fight night, man.
Yeah. I would have chose.
Yo, I used to be in the barbershop tearing people up at fight night, boy. I was just grown men, all that. I was a little teenager just beating people up in that game for hours.
Facts. We only had one rule: nobody can use Roy Jones. That was the only rule.
Yeah.
Roy Jones is a
cheating.
beast.
Yeah, that's cheating.
Yeah, that's cheating for sure. Jay Brown.
Ready Rumble's dope though.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Afro Thunder.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, son.
That's what I was thinking about.
Ready to Rumble, it was more fun. It was more fun to play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had like Mike Tyson's Punch Out or Ready to Rumble, but I'm like, it's kind of like, you know, they both kind of animated, but it's kind of like 2 different genres. So I had to kind of get close to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit it's almost like you could play fucking you could play NBA Live or NBA 2K, or you could have just went and played the He's Heating Up. He's on fire. NBA Jam TE and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know, but that was fun to play, but you know, that was my shit. NBA Jam TE. And don't worry, that's not one of the questions.
Yeah.
I just throwing them out there. They're like, nah, not that one.
Not yet.
All right, Jay Brown, Dreamcast or Nintendo 64?
Yeah, I'm drinking on that. Like, those are my 2 favorite consoles of all time.
Yeah,
like,
to me,
100%,
Nintendo 64. Yep, that's my favorite console of all time.
Yeah, we all agree on that one.
The Dreamcast is slept on.
It is. Dreamcast is slept on. Dreamcast is slept on. I don't know why they put Dreamcast in the category with like the Nintendo Cube, GameCube, and like shit like that.
Definitely not. They never play Power Stone 2.
Yeah,
and actually, that's where I own the original 2Ks on the Dreamcast.
On Dreamcast,
Because at that time, it was one or the other. It was either like you was an Android lover, or you was an iPhone lover. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you had both, you was a little wealthy. I'm gonna be honest. Like not so many people have both. Like me, I used to trade a lot of my systems. Me and my cousin Kenny. He will always have the opposite of me. Like when he had the PlayStation, I had the Nintendo 64. He didn't. So after a year or 2 having that shit, we swapped.
Smart,
games
yeah,
and
that's
rumble
smart, yeah.
packs and all kind of shit. We used to do that with Mad System. We just gonna switch that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you end up eventually with all them shits. Because back then it wasn't like they was putting game systems out every 2 or 3 years kind of shit. Like them shits was the next one wasn't coming out 5-7 years afterwards. You better hope. Fucking Nintendo and Super Nintendo, that was the closest shit I seen. But from Super Nintendo, man, listen, we had to start waiting for PlayStations and all that shit to start coming out. So Super Nintendo had a long stint. Niggas still had Nintendos, and it wasn't even weird to have a Nintendo when you had Super Nintendo.
Right.
Because what they started doing the Game Boys and all that. Once they started doing the handheld stuff, that system stuff had to take a nap for a little bit to the 64 came out. To the
64 came out, and that's when 4 players at one time. That's when before PlayStation was out, but it was only 2 players. But they had to have that fucking adapter that could play with 3 people with PlayStation. That's when they did that when 64 came out. 4 players at one time changed the game. Playing wrestling games and GoldenEye and Mario Kart. There's no other like that. I ain't even gonna lie, like
100%.
Yeah, it's crazy too because I tried to play GoldenEye a couple of years ago. My boy Nate still got that shit, and I was assing it. But I used to leave people on -20 back in the day. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Niggas never play proximity mines with me. I'm leaving niggas on -20 for sure. Niggas be tight. Like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck you got -20?
Proximity mines was, I'm telling you, underused in the game. Like, a lot of folks don't know about it. You know what I mean? Proximity mines get you a lot of
right on the ceiling, right through the door. Right on the top through the door, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker. Blood thinner. That's all you hear, that bitch. That's a fact. All right. Jay Brown.
Yes, yes.
NFL Blitz or Tecmo Bowl?
I'm gonna go Blitz because I remember playing like Blitz like at the arcade when they finally came out with the 4-player arcade little cabinet for it. I gotta go Blitz, man. Like Tecmo Bowl is classic. Like that game actually is still in my original Nintendo right now. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. Like it's literally like still in, like it's in it. So like
you got that shit too?
Yeah, yo, Tecmo Bowl
collects games, man.
Yeah, so like I'm gonna go Blitz though, just because like it's like NBA Jam. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy, but it's like fun. You know what I mean? So I'm going Jam. I mean, I'm going.
I used to like drop kicking niggas after they hit the touchdown and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, when y'all do y'all visual, or I'm not even gonna lie, son. You might need to when y'all get y'all YouTube channel, you might need to do one of these. There's niggas that's out there still looking to just see how these shits look. Niggas don't know what cartridges is.
That's a fact.
Do one of them videos and all that. Do one at a time. It look like you got all the game systems that's behind me. You know what I'm saying? Sega Genesis right here. You got the Nintendo up there. Right. It's a lot of shit there's a couple of shits came out before my time. You know what I'm saying? But
yo, it's crazy. I remember my wife, she got me like this little light just for like my game room, and like it makes a sound like, and like a kid was like, "Yo, what's that?" Like, I was like, "What you mean, what's that?" Like, that's an iconic sound right there. You know what I mean?
What app did you get that from, sir?
How you own a PlayStation and don't know the original OG?
That's crazy.
What is the blue system? I'm like, that is. You pointed out the backdrop. What is the blue system? Like, I'm so confused.
What they did was they made a couple of systems.
I was broke when I was a kid.
Look, I'm gonna do a solo layout. What they did was they just put a couple of systems just in different colors. So if you ask me, I think that's the is that the PlayStation 1 is supposed to be? That's not the one.
I think that's is that the turbo by I think it's Atari actually. I think it's the Atari.
Atari is the one
Japan.
Oh yeah, because there was like 4 or 5 different Ataris when I was doing my research for this. This shit up here, I had that shit that's right up here with the joystick that's next to the Nintendo.
Yeah, yep.
This the one I had right
Atari.
There.
Yeah, I had that Atari too.
So that's the Nintendo. Like even the shit next to the Nintendo, next to the blue shit. I don't know what that shit is neither.
Bro, that joint that's diagonal to the blue joint. That look like an alarm clock.
It do look like a tape recorder right here by my head too. Look like a tape recorder right here.
Like that old school alarm clock everybody grandma had.
That's a fact. That's the shit that the rappers and shit used to go record beats and shit on right there. You know what I'm saying? That's that shit look like. That's good.
What it was that like back in the 90s, like Atari was dropping consoles like a lot, like the Jaguar and all that. But like Philips, like who makes headphones, or back in the day they used to make the Walkmans and stuff like that. They made consoles. Like everybody was trying to make a game console because they saw the money that Sega and Nintendo was making. You know what I mean? So Sony got in the game. Obviously, it worked out for them. But like Atari, Philips, Samsung was making like game consoles. So like there's so many, because like I collect video games. You know what I mean? So I collect the consoles and everything. And so when I'm looking at a list of what to track down, some of these consoles that like flopped, they end up now going for like $1,000 because it's hard to find. You know what I mean? Like that blue joint, I'm gonna find that one.
that shit crazy, right? I'm almost ready to just take a picture of that shit, see if I can find what that shit is. You know what I'm saying? Word up. All right, we almost done with the 21 questions.
Right.
All right, hold on. My little fucking what's the name trying to get in there. Tsunamic Wave.
Yep.
Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
Cheers.
Yeah. Oh shit! I try to put the blood down. I was walking there. Go.
Chill. I'm chill.
Can't pick on that one.
That is crazy. Why would you even do that?
You got to, man. That's why 21 questions is not supposed to be easy at all. This man, if you was drinking listen, man. If you was drinking full-fledged, big body red cup, taking full-blown shots like they do on Drink Champs, it would have been smack boogie time right now. Yeah. But we don't want, This is the game and shit. We don't want them to think y'all just be drunk playing games and all that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna get these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sometimes.
it's just a little bit. It's a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Friday,
Sometimes.
Saturday night, you might catch them like that.
Yes,
Sometimes that'd be the best content. Yeah, I thought that one was bad. Jay Brown, Zelda or Contra?
Oh man, a lot of folks sleep on Contra. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna have to drink to that. The Contra, talking about legendary, like it's same level.
That's my second favorite game of all time behind James Bond GoldenEye.
Yeah,
it's Contra.
Yeah,
me and my cousin Kenny, got so far, and I'm talking about like niggas be walking in the house like, damn, you niggas been in here for like 10 hours playing that shit. What?
Word.
You ain't have no save, nothing. You turned the game off. The shit. Listen, man. For all the people in the chat, and you know what's crazy?
Young kids don't know about that.
They don't know
probably
about
do
that
now, but they
I found this shit on y'all channel. I want to let the kids know, for people who watch on the playback, whether you watching on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, this is how the games look when we used to play them back in the day.
Welcome to In Your House, we are live. With authority. Medic. Oh my! You notice, they tie up. Kane got the worst of that one. Oh yeah.
You know.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Here we go, and what a matchup it's gonna be.
Just introduced the superstars.
What will the outcome of this match be?
The arena is packed.
Out of the cell in this game. It might take me a while. I think it has something to do with one of these walls. Okay, it's a door. I could run into it. Okay, so it's the same thing as Here Comes the Pain.
You always say that, JR.
2005. Nice quick counter. Here's the pin.
2006.
We couldn't be more excited to be here.
I stopped it right there because I'm not even gonna lie. I dead ass played every single one of those wrestling games from the first one all the way to there. But that's when I stopped playing the wrestling games. What, like, you see how far y'all imagine if we had to stream this shit. You can't stream that shit. You can't stream that. I played that shit. Bam Bam Bigelow with the headbutts. That shit was almost unbeatable. Like you had to be strategic with them shits, boy. Them shits move slow as a mother. I ain't even gonna lie.
We thought the graphics was crazy too.
What crazy?
Yeah, that shit was
with
fire back then.
Facts. You go back and try to play that shit now, your ass is finished, man. So I
probably play for like a good 10 minutes.
That's
it. Put
it.
Back down. Like,
That's
yeah,
it.
I'm good.
You like, what was we thinking with this whole shit, man? Word up, man. So we only got a couple of more questions for 21 questions, and then we're gonna get into some other shit. And I'm gonna let y'all gentlemen enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. I know it's a little early out here for me. That's only 6 o'clock for me. It's a little, a little late out there for y'all.
Yeah.
What was we at? All right, who go was it? Tsunamic Wave, right?
Oh yeah, I think it's on me.
Yeah, GameCube or the Wii?
We ain't have an option for neither, right?
Boy, that was you got to drink to that too.
Yeah.
All right. You know what?
Said
GameCube. I give it to the GameCube, man, because GameCube
Yeah.
got they got the Super Smash Brothers on there and all that.
Yeah,
So I go with the Wii for that.
You got a point.
That's the number one, and the GameCube also. They got the Mario Kart on there too. Like it was certain, like the Donkey Kong. It was certain shit that I used to play on the GameCube, but the Wii Sports, the bowling.
Nah, it was stuff I played on the Wii too. They had like what's the Dance Revolution, the Michael Jackson's parents, all that. You drink it with your family and all that.
Yeah,
you had you doing the Dance Revolution. Dance Revolution. Come on, Daddy, do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, I just came home from work.
Hey, anything for the kids, man.
Yeah,
right. I'm doing it.
Yeah, you know how that goes. That's a fact. Jay Brown, PC or console?
I'm a console. It's console, man. PC is like man, the way PC has became, you know what I mean, is crazy. Like now you get a kit, you build your own, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta go console just because I'm biased.
Yeah, me and Tsunamic Wave we was talking about that earlier. Motherfuckers they be fighting this shit. You fucking them keys up, boy. I ain't gonna lie. So that shit be annoying listening to that shit. They be streaming. I be like, yo, you gotta get the joysticks.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. As my son told me, they don't call them joysticks no more. They're remotes. So I can't call them joysticks. What's a joystick? That's what I said. Damn, they don't say no. It's a remote.
They don't call them joysticks no more.
Nah, that is a remote. There's a remote. It's not a joystick. I said it's not.
So
a remote
what's the
control.
joint for the TV now?
That's a remote control. That's a remote control.
Oh, okay.
The one for the PlayStation 5 and the 4. That's a remote. It's not a controller.
Okay.
It's not a it's not a joystick. It's a remote.
I ain't trying to keep up on that lingo, man.
I ain't never heard that.
Joystick. Pass the sticks, man.
He was serious. Like when you go into Starbucks and you don't know what you want to order, he was serious with it. I ain't even gonna lie. Like he almost wanted to fight for calling that. What's a joystick? I said, that's what you in your hand.
It was joystick because like literally and then the slang was like pass the sticks. That's where the name of the show come from. Because like back in the day you playing multiplayer, it's a bunch like GoldenEye. You got 5 people, there's only 4 controllers. At the last one out, you pass. You know what I mean? That's what it was.
I got this line in one of my songs because I'm gonna tell y'all too. It's funny too because I go I told Cuz just pass the sticks, no controller. Because the young kids now they say pass the sticks. They talk about something totally different.
Yeah.
That's where that line came from too. Because one of my little brother man came in there. They was playing 2K. He's like, "Oh man, they slaughtering y'all. Yo, pass us the sticks." And I said, "Oh shit." He's like, "Nah, you ain't getting the controller." I said, "Oh shit." You know what I'm saying? I said, "Oh, that shit crazy right there." I came out and said, "Yeah, that's a ball."
Yeah,
but they calling them shit something different too. So it's good. That name is dope. Like us that actually listen to podcasts and stuff, we gonna know exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
But you gonna have some young dudes in there tomorrow passing around guns. Let me go. They're gonna be mad as a motherfucker. They gonna talk about
severely disappointed.
They're gonna be mad as a motherfucker. Like they got a podcast talk about that. Like nah, it's not that. It's not that, young heads.
100%.
We us old niggas. We don't call them sticks.
Right.
We don't call them the D word that rhyme with it.
Yeah,
none of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
crazy.
I don't
that's crazy
participate in none of that.
Yeah, it's not our lingo, man. But Tsunamic Wave. Like we on the last 2 questions. I'm asking the opposite because I asked you these 2 questions already. For you, PlayStation or Xbox as a whole?
Xbox, man.
Oh.
Yeah, I say that with no hesitation.
That was cool.
Xbox, Xbox just gave me a ton more memories. Place with that, and that's no slight to PlayStation though. By the way, PlayStation got a ton of dope games. Like I said, I'm on both sides of the fence on this war. Like I'm neutral all through and through. But as a preference, Xbox, and more so because of the controllers. To me, I mean, I got hands that need a bigger controller.
Do you feel like Xbox is more of like iPhone and PlayStation is more like Android?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I would say that they both sort of the same company and it's just got a different skin on it. So like if it was iPhone and iPhone or Android and Android with a different template, then I'd be like,
so if it was Android, it'd be like one to be the Galaxy Flip and the other one would be like just like a Galaxy.
Yeah, I think that's a better analogy. Like, they sort of they like two sides of the same coin. Like, you feel
How
me?
they used to have the iPhone 7, then the iPhone 7S, like the big shit and the small shit, kind of.
Yeah, it's just for preference, really. Like, if you like the smaller controller or you just like you grew up with PlayStation, get a PlayStation. If you grew up with Xbox or you like a bigger controller, get Xbox. That's how I look at it. Other than that, is about the games you want to play. You want to play the games that's exclusive to PlayStation, get PlayStation. But just know that if you got bigger hands, you could get some cramps. You know what I mean? And then if you want to play Xbox exclusive games, just know if you got smaller hands, you're going to be struggling a little bit. You know what I mean?
And that's going to be one of my questions coming after I ask Jay Brown this last question, which is Warzone or Apex, Jay Brown?
Warzone
over Apex. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. All right. I didn't see that one. Tsunamic Wave. If I had to ask you that question too.
Right now for me is Apex, man. Warzone is just it's a lot over there, man. It's a lot.
It's a lot going on, huh?
Yeah. We talked about the cheaters earlier. Those are exactly what I was talking about when I was talking about cheaters, man. They definitely over there.
So let me ask y'all a question, man, and it's gonna be for both of y'all to answer y'all way. For myself and us old heads who may haven't had a console for a while, I haven't had my own I had a PS4 when like it first came out. That's probably like my last time having a console for myself. That was like years ago. I haven't played the game consistently since the zombies when them niggas be riding on the bus and shit. Like zombie games, that was the last game that I played. Like to my spent hours playing. That was that shit right there. Right. So it's been a little while for me. What would y'all tell an old head like myself who's thinking about getting a game system again, got a little extra time? What's the main difference between Xbox and PlayStation? And I know which route would y'all go, but what's the difference between, because obviously, like one may cost more. Like you said, with the joysticks may fit better for bigger hands. One may get better reception than the other. One may get released earlier than the other. So what's the difference between the two? And why is one better than the other one?
Yeah, so PlayStation is basically, it's more like now they play off their legacy, right? So they started out with like adventure games like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, stuff like that, and that's kind of still what they do best. They have games like the Returnals, which is like an adventure type game. They got games like Uncharted and The Last of Us, which are all single player. Like they really dominate the single player games, whereas Xbox is more like shooter, like first person shooter, like Call of Duty, like that was just purchased by Xbox. Games like Gears of War, which is shooting games and things like that. As far as the controllers, Microsoft, their controllers are bigger. They've always been bigger, but they fit in they're more comfortable for bigger hands. Like a lot of PC players now utilize Xbox controllers when they're playing games as well. PlayStation, if you've seen the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, the controller has not changed that much at all since. So they cost the same about, you know what I mean? Like they cost the same $50 here or whatever, but they cost about the same. But to me, they're kind of the same consoles. Just the fact that Microsoft right now, what they're doing with video, with the Game Pass is it's a lot easier now to play games. You don't have to pay. You just pay $15 a month, and there's over like 500 games that you could just download and play. Whereas PlayStation, you still got to go and buy each individual game.
And you don't even need an Xbox to play Xbox games. That's the thing.
Right.
You just need Xbox. You need access to that. You need the Xbox game app and Game Pass. You got those two things. You can play Xbox games. So really, if you down on your luck right now, and you can't, if it's some parents out there Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
100%.
like I said earlier, I'm a teacher, so I know some parents out there that really can't afford the new consoles or the new games. If you one of those people, all you gotta do is pay $15 a month. If you could afford that, $15 a month, you could get Game Pass. Maybe it's 17 with taxes, right? So let's say you could afford $20 a month. I know I went up $5, but I'm just being realistic here. So you could
How many?
afford the $20 a month. You could have access to the Xbox games on the iPad if they really got one. Any kind of tablet. It don't have to be an iPad
Do
or
you
any
have
kind of
access?
PC.
My fault. I didn't mean to cut you off because I want you to definitely finish that what's the name? Because I didn't even know that shit neither.
Yeah.
Is it? Do you have access to all the Xbox game with the pass?
Well, yeah, just the ones that's available to Game Pass. So it's like it's like 100 games or maybe a little bit over 100. But you have access to those 100 games. You could play those straight off the cloud. You don't have to install it or nothing. You just press play. You go straight to the game. You play it just like that.
What's the downside to it though? Because there's good and then there's a downside to it. Like, does it only get limited amount of games?
So the only downside so far that I've seen is like similar to like a Netflix where they may take certain games off of it. You know what I mean, for the time being, and if there's a demand for it, they'll add it back. Like they're like Gears of War 5, for example, they'll take it off, put it right back on because once it's gone, a bunch of fans will be like, "Yo, we want it back on there." The downside, I would say, so far is because it's still new. You know what I mean? It's still a brand new thing. Like it's been around, I think, like really for about a year now in terms of like being full-fledged out. And I think that, but they put a lot of support into it. Like right now, I think there's like 25 million active users on it right now. And going forward, they said all the new Xbox games will come directly to Game Pass, which means you don't got to spend that $70 on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie because I'm doing the math in my head too. For $20 a month, that's really not that bad. For $240, you're only gonna get three. You're only gonna be able to really get what 3 or 4 games
with that,
for that price, for that same price throughout the year too. So if you want, but here is the downside of it though too. How many people we know pretty much they play the same game, for the most part over and over again. Like I don't see people now playing like my son, right? He literally plays GTA and he plays Fortnite. Those are the only 2 games he really been playing right now. You see what I'm saying? So
right.
It's like that's kind of the trade-off. Now I could have spent $120 and got those games, and he'd have been playing those for 2 years. Versus for 2 years, I would have spent $480, and he would have been now. You may go in there. The good upside is you can go try out different games and realize there's a lot more shit out there that you might want to be playing besides those. You see what I'm saying? If you do get tired of playing GTA, let me go fuck with some Apex. See what I'm saying? Let me go fuck with some Warzone. Let me go fuck with some COD kind of shit. See what I'm saying? But
hey, I'm just gonna say this real quick, cuzzo. I have never met a picky, unfortunate kid. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's a fact. That is an absolute fact, man. Dal, is there do y'all got other gamers that y'all look up to, or or were inspired by, I should say?
So for me, in terms of like gamers like who stream, not really. Although like I have been talking like those who stream and stuff, and I respect what they do. For me, it's those who do like game media. You know what I mean? Like they play games as well. Don't get me wrong, because they do game reviews and stuff like that. But the like Spawn Wave, I found him in like 2016. I think he had like 5 subscribers. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, this is dope. It's kind of like the G4 days with the game media, like the game news. Like here's what's going on. Now he got tons of subscribers and all that. Just seeing him grow, just basically reporting game news. You know what I mean? Like if you looking it up, and I may not have time to like read what's going on, but I could throw on his joint. I could throw on our podcast and like, here's what's going on in the news. You don't got to read it. We'll bring it right to you. So it's dope.
Yeah, and I would say just a few people just from Facebook that inspired me. I would say is my boy Rasta La Vista, Rogue, and Mrs. Funsize. So that's their tags on Facebook. So if you go look it up on their game platforms, you can find them on there. They really cool. They responsive, and I think, and they all black content creators too. On
Right.
top of that, as well, I think that's a plus. So yeah, go show them some love.
Facts, man. We got to start supporting our own, man. I'm not
Yes,
even gonna
sir.
lie, man. We got black hockey players. We got black Cowboys. We got black sport team owners. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of black businesses flowing around. That's why I be trying to tell people, man. The money is here to be made. And I'm not gonna be sitting around watching everybody else making this money, knowing we got ideas too. Why not us? That's
100%.
why I love what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Because it should be a lot more of us doing this. And I be sitting around thinking, like, damn, son, like, they be thinking the money gonna drop off the trees. How am I gonna make this money? And the shit be right there in their face.
Right
there, smack dab in their face. And it's like, same thing with me, right? I sat back and went to YouTube shit, like, what can I do? What am I very knowledgeable on? Oh, gang shit, stupid shit. Let me turn that into a profit.
Right, 100%.
That's what the fuck I did on YouTube.
Right.
And it worked. You know what I'm saying? You know how many other people got dumbass stories and shit they did, but without incriminating yourself?
Yeah.
100%.
And like,
and they paying people for this.
Yeah, like for me, it was just like I was thinking about it one day, like before we even started the podcast. I was like, yo, I would constantly like put it in like a group chat. Oh, Microsoft is doing this, PlayStation's doing this, Nintendo's doing that, and I'm like, yo, again, why can't I turn this into an actual platform? I'm doing it anyway. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm already doing it, and like there's not a lot of black people in gaming, and even those who are, they usually come from, you know, affluent backgrounds. Like, oh, but I'm like, a lot of people in the hood or whatever, like they all game. Like if you go to any elementary school right now, there's gonna be kids talking about, oh, I beat him in 2K, Madden, Fortnite, Call of Duty. Like we all game. We all game growing up, but yet it's just like we never actually get into that space, and that's something I want to change. You know what I mean? Show that the representation is there.
Think about
Facts,
how many good, Tsunami.
Oh, because off of J point, one thing I'm personally doing is I'm actually teaching the students, because I'm a physical education teacher, so I get to see every student in the building.
Right.
So what I'm doing is I'm actually, since we in the pandemic, I have to be in the classroom. So I'm using that time to teach these kids how to monetize the internet. Because like you said, all of them know how to play the game. All of them know how to use the internet to watch people play the game. But do they know how to use the internet to make money for themselves? Do they know how to use the internet to put their own games out there? So I'm taking the time to actually do that, and I think if more people do that, there'd be a lot more people like us, especially the younger generation, who's very talented. Like I mentioned earlier, they could take over and they could start making their streams of income early.
Right.
In 2020, I think it was like maybe like May or June. One of the most informative videos I ever watched in my life. This guy's son couldn't go to school. He used Fortnite to teach his son how to read. I did the exact same shit, and that shit worked. My son was in there, and I will tell you, it was one I started with too. Y'all know I don't play Fortnite, so that's how you know I ain't lying. There's some shit in there called Dusty Devo. I guess when you fly down, there's a spot you can go to called Dusty Devo.
Yep.
You know, Devo spells like what? Divot.
Yep.
He kept misspelling the shit, mispronouncing the shit. Yo, you gonna headset the shit. Yo, I'm going to Dusty Divot. Yeah, I'm sitting there. I'm in there, dying, because that video came to my head, and I said, you know what? I'm about to do the same shit, and I'm not even gonna lie. Like, by the time 3 months came, his ass, I had him reading all the shit on the bottom of the screen. Every time his ass was landing that shit, like I put the captions on the bottom, so when him and his friends be talking over the shit, he had to read the fucking what's name. Put that on mute. Put that on mute. You want to respond to your friends? Read what they saying, and then you can respond like that. That shit works.
Love that.
Every time he had to see
I never thought of that. That's pretty dope.
They like, yo, what you doing?
Yeah, my 9-year-old is not about to be happy.
Now I'm telling you, I'm telling you, it gets so annoying to them that eventually they like, nah, I gotta learn this shit.
Right.
This motherfucker read like now they back in school, he ahead of his class. I ain't even gonna lie, like I be the shit. It's like now you be wanting not to read so much shit. You coming in there, yo, dad, let me use your phone, sending full-fledged sentences and text messages and shit. Like, what the fuck? No auto spell or none of that shit. He a TikToking and shit now. I said, oh, all right. You reading, because once again, you got to put TikTok videos and shit like that. Guess what you got to do? You got to know how to read and all that shit too. So, man, I said, oh, I done created a monster, but you know how it is, man. Your
Nah,
kids
but
always
look,
wanna,
put yourself in their shoes. Could you imagine going to school and you could just find anything out with a push of a button? You don't you don't need how you would feel like you don't need school. All you gotta do is go to Google and press what's 1 + 1. Google gonna tell you what it is.
That's a fact. It's too, especially
what
with
is
phones.
the answers? What is the wonders of the world? Google will tell you all that.
Everything. Super cheating. Like your ass be. That's why you can't even let kids even be in their rooms doing their homework, because all they doing is literally, like you said,
looking it up.
Yeah, they ain't gotta. I'm not about to read through this paragraph. Like Google know almost every. It'll be some shit that you think that they only teaching in school. Guess what? Google know that shit because somebody else done damn Googled it and they done found out the answer to the shit. So now it's inside the damn database. You know what I'm saying? You be like, nah, only this teacher know this story about the, in green eggs and ham, such. Nah, Google know all that shit. The answer is like fucking Google. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna hold y'all too much longer, man. I just got a few more questions for y'all. One thing is very important too. We going because I know we definitely up here having fun, and I definitely appreciate you gentlemen for stopping by too. Because I think y'all podcast is dope. It's definitely going somewhere, and it's great right now, and y'all not even on multi-platforms right now too. So I already know when y'all get to the other ones too, it's going to take off fast. But it's great when y'all doing a good job starting out at the platform that y'all starting out, because Facebook is in competition with YouTube right now. I don't know if y'all noticed between the two, like with the reels and the stories and the post, and they both almost look like the same shit right now. You see what I'm saying? So they in big competition with each other right now. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when they start paying content creators on Facebook, that's gonna, people like y'allself and myself, we're gonna be a little bit ahead of the game.
Right.
We ain't gonna be with, like what's the funny nigga on here? What's the Country Wayne? I think that's the funny. Yeah, we ain't gonna be up there with them. Like they got ahead of the game already.
Yeah.
Like, but they're gonna be paving the way for us to start getting this money on there like them, because they done made a lot of money. So that's what made Facebook want to even jump into the same realm as YouTube, because they realized that shit worked over there with them. Let's start paying regular people to come over here and get this money too. So yeah, man, y'all definitely look. It start February 13th. So this week, kind of look into that too. So y'all can get the proper channel and start getting to this bread for sure.
100%.
I'm already plugged into that, because I'm telling you, when it drop, whoever is a part of that gonna be feeling great. Like I said, if you know how to get your reels popping, you're gonna be able to make a lot of money with Facebook.
That's a fact. And I got so much YouTube content. I'm using a lot of my old shit just to build up that whole. That's why I ain't been uploading nothing on that channel really yet like that. I'm using a lot of old shit to. What I'm be reeling these motherfuckers to death. Like get my fishing pole. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On a serious note though, y'all in this gaming thing a lot more than me. Y'all actually have it. Especially you, Tsunamic Wave. I know when you stream. When I see a lot of gamers streaming, they have the hotline number on the top. Some be for suicide, some just be a hotline number for depression. Why is that? Can you speak a little bit more on why is that? Because I know, but for people who may not know, why is that?
Well, I don't know why other people do it, but that actually is something that I feel close to. You feel what I'm saying? It's kind of like when people go on the walks for cancer and all the other awarenesses that their family is battling with. You feel me? It's just something that resonate with them. So that kind of resonate with me. I had a friend that committed suicide when I was a early teen. I kind of battled with that too early in life as well. So I always keep that up there for people that may just not know that's even a number that exists. Some people don't know that there's a hotline out there that you could call, and if they just stumble across my page on my platform and they see it, they don't gotta talk to me, but they know that there's somebody they could talk to. You feel what I'm saying? They want to talk to me because they see is up there. That's cool too.
No, that's smart because on that online bullying shit, that shit, I think
real,
that's
man.
something sometimes, that you know, that's why, especially these grown men too. Like I ain't gonna lie, I grab my son headset sometime and I just get to going crazy on the grown men in there talking crazy to these little kids. Like you nigga ain't got bass in his voice yet, and you in here talking crazy over this shit. Like even though you can't see them, But Jay Brown, let me get your opinion on it too.
Yeah, yo, because like I think it's important because a lot of times, a lot of like you never know who's watching you, right? If, like for example, like and you never know what they're going through. Like a lot of times you may see this kid who may or kid adult or whatever who may be a fan of your content. So like, and that may be like their safe space for that day. Like that might be what brings them up that day. Like there might be times where like Tsunamic Wave is just sitting there playing Apex and he's just having fun, but for that person who's watching them, that might be their moment to just decompress, chill out. You know what I mean? Like they may have had a tough day at work, they may be going through it, like finances, whatever, and just seeing that, like, yo, not only does he have that message up there, but he's interacting with it with you. You know what I mean? Like I see a lot of kids, like Twitch became popular off that. Kids, they may be getting bullied in school, they may be doing like whatever, just having a tough life, and so they get online, they go to Twitch just to watch somebody play Fortnite and give them, and they give them tips and stuff like that, and that it's that, you know what I mean?
No, you're right. Nah, that's why I think that's very important, and I'm glad that a lot of content creators and a lot of gamers like yourself actually even think about putting that up there and realize that that's something that's really been overlooked in the community a lot. Just because now that's not something me myself have dealt with personally, but I have known a couple of people who've dealt with that because everybody's life is not the same. Everybody, as far as like situations is not the same. The way everybody deal with situations is not the same. So I feel like they may be important. You losing a game 14 times in a row without getting a kill may not be nothing to you.
Right.
But to that other kid, that shit may, he could be sitting there just overzealous and just, start, getting a pin and you see what I'm saying? After that 14, like people handle stuff differently. You see what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, I think that's very important. I think that's great that y'all even throw that aspect in there. You see what I'm saying? And even consider because I know that take time for you to absolutely just put that up there and stuff like that. That's not something that just comes out as like a layout. Like you could just, like you got to actually have to put that up there. So, it's a few of y'all. Not to say like every gamer do that too, but there's a lot of gamers that realize too in that because playing a game spend a lot of time out of your day. Right. I like that. Y'all know that Candy Crush dude who lost his job, $350,000 a year, lost his wife, his kids, all for Candy Crush. That's why I said that was the Candy Crush was like I ain't gonna lie, as far as like to spend money to play with something, that was the first thing, and I'm gonna pause myself on that one. That was the first game that absolutely made a lot of people go, lose a lot of money, go bankrupt. But that guy's story just sticks because they did
Wait, he spent 350 racks on Candy Crush?
He spent more than that.
Yeah.
He had a job that paid $350,000 a year. And he was married and he had kids and he gambled all of their savings away and he ended up losing his job. He got kicked out the house, lost his wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it got like they did his interview on 60 Minutes. That's why Candy Crush wasn't he tried to sue them and all that too. So they took a little hit, not that he won because he lost.
Yeah,
but it was more of a moral justice. People like like all this happened to him, like he lost all of this too. So Candy Crush is now trying to build back up, but nobody's really gonna rock with Candy Crush like that no more because of that story. That was a big 60-minute story.
They blame Candy Crush for that.
Well, yeah, it's like you ever the same thing with McDonald's a while ago too.
Yeah,
I guess addiction is real, so I ain't gonna judge him, but bro,
that's crazy though. Yeah,
Candy
that's
Crush
not Candy Crush.
Now.
Yeah, but what they saying is with Candy Crush, it should have had a spending cap a limit, but at that time that was new and fresh. Like there was
Do
nothing else
Louis
out there.
Vuitton got a limit? But if
Nah,
your wife go and
Right,
spend all your
right,
money
right.
at Louis Vuitton, you gonna kick her out, ain't you?
that's a fact.
All right then. So come on now. That sounds crazy.
This lady brought a coffee from McDonald's, drove off, hit a bump, spilled the coffee on herself, gave herself like, you know, I don't want to say 3rd degree burns because it could have been not as bad, but it was something certain degree kind of burns.
Yeah.
You know, she sued McDonald's for this is coffee we talking about. Sued McDonald's for the coffee, her driving off and won.
That's crazy.
And that almost crippled McDonald's, not financially.
Yeah.
But as a, you know, as the reputation. Like, damn,
Right.
y'all coffee that hot that they can give people 3rd degree burns, and not saying like, oh, this dumbass lady was probably just driving and hit the bump and didn't have the top on the shit or had the little flap open that you drink out of, like, or just dropped it on herself. Any way you put it, she sued McDonald's for the coffee being too hot and won. And she spilled it on herself. I'm like, people is loopholes in so many systems,
luck
but
of the draw.
100%, yeah.
I wouldn't
crazy.
even think to sue a restaurant over me spilling something on myself.
Yeah, that's in
Yeah.
a car too.
Yeah.
Like, why are you even riding around in the car drinking? Like, I be looking at everybody. I be seeing people with mugs and shit out their house, riding around drinking it, like in New York, like potholes like a motherfucker. Like, that's risky, but
100%.
Hey, all they know if they spill it, they're gonna sue whoever made the mug. So hey, YOLO.
the mug busting in the lip. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get out of here. Yeah, that shit crazy, man.
100%.
But my guys, man, Super Bowl coming up, man. You know, we're gonna get into this last little topic, then I'm gonna let y'all go enjoy y'all families for the rest of this night. I definitely
Yes, sir.
appreciate y'all once again.
No doubt.
Super
Yes,
Bowl
sir.
coming up, man. Who y'all got?
I'm going Bengals. My pops is a lifelong Bengal fan. I mean, he's been suffering for a long time.
Yo.
And so like the fact that they doing it now, you know what I mean? I'm like, I mean, and they winning these games close too. It's not like they
comeback
really
wins in a row.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm a rock with them, but I mean, it's gonna be a tough one. The Rams got they got a lot of talent.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rams, man. They built like the 2013 Miami Heat right now, man. It's looking crazy.
They got talent.
They got Matthew Stafford at the helm. That's ugly because that's all they really needed over there was a good quarterback. Now they got it, so I mean, you see it. I don't know. It's gonna be tough for the Bengals, man.
Yeah.
I don't really care who wins, honestly, because I'm not a fan of either team. But
that was about to be the next question, man. You know, because I don't know, man. Let me give y'all my take real quick on who I think gonna win. You know, I gotta go with the Rams for a couple of reasons. Even though I'm gonna be honest, I'm in California, so I'm gonna whisper this when I say it. I'm gonna be silently rooting for the Cincinnati Bengals. The only reason why I root for the underdog, but I also feel they pain because I am a New York Knicks fan. I know how it is to be a fan for that long. I've been watching the Knicks like myself consistently by my 1993.
Right.
You don't want the parade though? Y'all gonna get the parade.
Who?
LA. If y'all win, you're gonna have a parade in
I'm
LA.
not going to that shit. This nigga's gonna be getting shot and all that. Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. That is the one spot where they need to not have a parade at. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm not going to that. I'm gonna be in there like Rambo if I go to that. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like pain. I know what it's like to have a team, and let's be for real. Cincinnati don't have a lot of, ain't like they got a whole, we got the baseball team to fall back on, or we got the, it's the Bengals. That's what they got, man. So for them to actually be here, ain't no telling when they gonna get back here. 2 comeback wins to get there. I'm gonna be secretly rooting for the Bengals. But on the LA Rams side, how often do you get the actual team from that city to absolutely play in the Super Bowl in that city?
Right.
Where the halftime show is from people from that city.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
I think the energy gonna be too much in there for Cincinnati.
It's gonna be hard for Cincy to come out of all of that, man.
Right.
Look at the Rams. If you're not getting this opportunity again, as far as like all that I just said, that you're not getting that again.
Yeah.
If y'all blow this, If you blow this opportunity, what? This don't happen.
Yeah.
This do not happen. Halftime shows, Super Bowl is the biggest stage ever to be on to perform. Like this you're not getting this opportunity again.
Right.
You blow this if you the Rams, y'all gonna look crazy. So I don't think Cincinnati could overcome that. But 2 comeback wins in a row, I'm definitely not gonna count them out. So it's gonna be a great one. I can tell you one thing: if it's a blowout in the first half, the Bengals is a team I'm not counting out because I see what they did in the second half of these last 2 games.
100%, man. Like the comeback kids.
Yep. Don't start celebrating. Remember the Atlanta Hawks fan. I mean, not the Atlanta Hawks. I'm sorry.
The Falcons,
Falcons fans. Remember the Falcon fans. Don't be like the Falcon fans. Remember, the motherfuckers high-fiving, throwing beers back and all kind of shit. Yeah, we got, man. Tom Brady said, you not know who I am? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm telling you, man, don't be like that. But it's going to definitely be a dope game, man. So, hopefully when that over, we get right to basketball because, my Knicks right now is in 12th place, 24-28. We need to get back in the game. They talking about, I ain't even gonna lie. My son Thibodeau might be out of there, but I think if Thibodeau get out of there, they're gonna play a little worse. I think he's the only reason why they been this good for the last season. He take mediocre teams and make them better than what they are.
100%.
Yeah, like he not
Thibodeau's not the problem with it.
He's not the problem. What's the problem?
Y'all need some vets over there, man.
Randall said he won out, so I'm like, all right, you move him if you get some veteran pieces. You know what I mean? Like Derrick Rose is a veteran piece, but he's not like an outspoken veteran piece. You know what I mean?
When I say vet, I mean like some 29, 30, 28-year-old dudes, not 35-year-old dudes. They don't need to be bringing nobody over from the Lakers and nothing like that.
Nah, I will be honest. I'm gonna be dead honest. I said this before the season even started. This was the time Carmelo Anthony should have came back to the Knicks. Carmelo Anthony should have came back, and here's why: the way he's playing, the Knicks is not missing with this team they got right now too many pieces. I'm not saying he's the answer to get to the championship. Right. What I'm saying is the leadership, the voice. That's what they need right now. They need structure. Thibodeau is a very structured coach. He's a defensive-minded coach. Offensively, they need that player that can command shit offensively on the court. Carmelo Anthony mindset offensively with Tom Thibodeau defensive mindset, that shit would have worked out perfectly. He's not I'm sorry, the Lakers would have lost a lot more games without his ass being there. I ain't even gonna lie. He's definitely not the problem on the Lakers.
I mean that the Knicks is smoking my Lakers right now. Like I tell you that. Look, and LeBron playing, Anthony Davis playing, Westbrook playing, Knicks up by 20 right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they 1 or 2 pieces away.
Yeah.
So I think this core needs to try to somehow, some way stick together, and then we need somebody to come. Like I'm not even gonna lie. We need Damian Lillard.
I was gonna say Julius Randle can't be the dude on y'all team shooting over 20 shots, man.
Nah, he can't be the number 1 option. Julius Randle at best is a number 2, number 3 option. Good number 2 now, the way he keep playing it is, if not number 3 option.
Number 3, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need Damian Lillard. You need that. We need a point guard. We need a consistent point guard.
Yep.
We need a consistent point guard. We need a point guard that's going to be outspoken. That's going to tell people when they do it. I don't want Russell Westbrook though. Like I don't want. Nah.
I was about to ask. I was about to ask.
Now, listen,
he's gonna be in the garden missing 15 shots.
Yeah. If he comes around for cheap to where we ain't got to do no crazy we'll take Westbrook.
Yeah. Westbrook's problem is that athleticism is starting to go away. He need to refine that jumper, man. He'll be all right. I say give him 1 or 2 more years, and if he could stay in the not in LA. I just mean as far as like getting used to losing his athleticism and then finding his game outside of his athleticism, and I think he'll be all right. Look how long it took Derrick Rose. It took Derrick Rose 2 or 3 years to figure it out, and now look at him. He playing well.
Yeah,
Give Westbrook some time. Like he still think he do have it sometimes. You saw he just dunked on dude a couple weeks ago, but like it's very far and few in between. So like give him some time to get used to losing his athleticism, man, and I think he'll be all right.
I'm gonna be honest. If I'm Russell Westbrook after this contract, I may even think about consider going back to Oklahoma City.
Yeah, he gonna be coming off the bench. He ain't getting that job over SGA, man.
With his athleticism, his height in today's game, they can run both. He can run the 1, 2, or the 3.
Yep.
They got options with him.
He don't have to be a point guard, right?
You have to be a point guard.
You want him shooting the ball? You want him to be? I don't know.
That's a running gun team. His motor ain't the problem. That's a running gun team.
I agree with that.
His motor on that shit is crazy.
His motor is not the problem. His shot selection and his shot making is the problem.
Hell yeah, but he ain't gonna do that on that team. They got shooters already. I can see Russell Westbrook need to be on a team where he gotta do what Jason Kidd did. Jason Kidd ain't have no jump shot in the beginning.
Right.
Jason Kidd, then that shit ended up fucking. He almost couldn't miss sometimes. Same thing with Rajon Rondo. That used to be a thing back in the hood. Let the nigga, he can't shoot. I'm about to hit him with Rajon Rondo. You know what I'm saying?
But it took both of their athleticism. You could say J. Kidd wasn't athletic when he first came in the league, but he was athletic.
Yeah.
And it took them both to kind of lose.
Shit. Yeah, under the rim shit though. Yeah.
Nobody wasn't dunking on shit though. It was a few. Not a lot of point guards dunking on shit like that back in the day.
That's because your ass was getting injured. You come to the hole and try to do some shit like that on 2 or 3 times. You got niggas Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley, Charles Barkley, Rick Mahorn.
Definitely not flying dude. You're not dunking on.
That's why you was bold. Jordan ass got knocked around a lot. Dominique Wilkins, them niggas got knocked around a lot. Grant Hill, even when he was them niggas got knocked around. I ever seen his little ass got knocked around a lot.
Had to put on muscle, yeah.
That's a fact, man. I ain't gonna lie. So, what's your favorite basketball teams?
Dallas, man.
The Lakers.
Lifelong Laker fan, man.
So let's go to the Lakers first. Then we're gonna go to Dallas. Don't worry, we only got a few more minutes on this. Because you know I like the direction that Dallas is going in, but they got a little Pablo Prigioni. I was mad when he wanted out of the Knicks. I ain't even going. I mean, not Pablo Prigioni. That's the old nigga. Porzingis. My bad. Pablo Prigioni. That was the oldest 35-year-old rookie. That was one of my favorite point guards. 30 what? The best inbound steals ever in the history of the NBA. Only 35-year-old rookie ever to win Rookie of the Year. My son Pablo Prigioni. That nigga was nice. Not really, but a little bit. The Lakers, right?
Yep.
What do you think? Because it was high expectations for this team.
Yeah.
But it's also been a lot of injuries, which was to be expected. A lot of old niggas on the team. A lot of old
folk,
They need to get Shaq icy hot in there and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you think is next from here? Well, let me start out with this. Do you think they're going to make the playoffs?
Oh man, if they do, I think it's gonna be. I think they're gonna make the play in. But I mean, I don't trust them in that one game. You know what I mean? That one game. If it's not like I trust them more if they get the 8 seed. I don't think they're gonna beat the 1 seed, but like I trust them more in the series because game to game, this team is shaky, man. Like right now, for example, LeBron's playing, Anthony Davis is playing, Westbrook is playing, Melo's playing, and all that. Westbrook is 1 for 9. LeBron's like 2 for 8. You see what I'm saying? Like the way they play right now, it's just it's like it kind of remind me of and I know a lot of folks say it's like when Gary Payton was on the Lakers with Karl Malone and Kobe and Shaq, but I'm like at least they made the finals, right? Like they made the finals.
Nah, the only person was I'm sorry to cut you. The only one was ass on that one was Karl Malone anyway. Everybody was playing good.
Right. But I'm just like at this point, like
Karl Malone,
by
the way.
I don't trust.
Say that live. I don't really care. Karl Malone.
Yeah, Karl Malone. That nigga.
That memory.
the mid range was nice. That's why I got it. It's a couple of people who I feel like was a little overrated. Karl Malone is one of them. I feel like David Robinson was overrated.
Yeah.
David Robinson scored 71 points in the game.
He did, but I still think him as an overall center, he used to get abused. Alonzo Mourning, Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon. Those was what I think of. He did score 71 points. That's why I said you can't take that from him. But as far as overrated though, I do think the Admiral was a little overrated, man.
Do you think he could play today, like in this type of game?
Duncan made him who he was.
I don't think so.
I think Tim Duncan could play in this game right now, but I don't think the Admiral can play.
I don't think so. Yeah,
I don't think a lot of people could play in this game right now. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I think you get set like Hakeem Olajuwon to fuck shit up in this game right now, because of his footwork though. But I don't think Patrick Ewing could play.
He the one teaching people how to do it right now, Hakeem Olajuwon. That's why Joel Embiid out there doing the spinning rooney and all that.
That's a fact. That's the only person who's looking like what Hakeem used to do. The only difference is this motherfucker be doing it with jump shots and 3-pointers and shit. Like Embiid, I haven't gone. Right. Let's just say the refs eased up a little bit with these travel calls too. I'm gonna be honest. There'd be a lot of shit that was called. This is why I said
they changed the rule for travel.
They did.
Yeah, they added another step called the 0 step or something.
Fucking
like that.
0 step. I heard that's the 0 step. Like what? That's stupid step to this. Like I think that's what I said. I don't know. Anyway, they making it more. They try to, they wanted more. They wanted more scoring in the game. You know,
that's
they
what
less
it is.
fouls, and they wanted more scoring in the game to make it more fun. Nobody wants to watch a basketball game when the end score is 87-78.
Right.
Word up. That shit is boring.
And the top tier players is hurt.
That's a fact, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This shit is crazy, man. Fellas, let the people know y'all handles real quick as far as where they can find y'all at on all social media platforms. And because we're gonna end this. But I definitely like to let people shout out their own platforms, man. If y'all got a handle y'all want to get off of y'all time, let's get it.
All right, so you could follow us on Facebook at Pass the Sticks Podcast. That's our page on Facebook. Actually, if you could anywhere you could listen to a podcast, so Spotify, Apple, Facebook, anywhere you could listen to a podcast, you can find our podcast on there under the same name, Pass the Sticks Podcast. That's our handle for all of our social medias as well.
Yes,
and our website is the only thing that's different. It's Pass the Sticks Pod. And if you are interested in my stream, if you want to come check me out, hang out, come chat with your boy. I usually be on there on the weekdays around 7 p.m. and on the weekends from early morning all the way throughout the day. You can see me just kind of just jumping on and off. And that's Tsunamic Wave, which you can see right there under. That's how you spell it, and you can find that on Facebook on the page as well.
Yeah, and if y'all don't hear, if you go to YouTube, the link is going to be in the description.
Yes, sir.
Jay Brown.
Yeah, so I just want to stress the website because not only do we do a podcast, we also write we have a blog on the podcast where we do game reviews. So if it's a game that we may not touch on the podcast or we touch briefly, we write about it. So like for example, like we did a game review for Call of Duty Vanguard. Which was the last one to drop, and that's been gaining traction as well. So again, the passthestickspod.com, you can get to everything from that website. So if you want to listen to the podcast, there's a button to get there. If you want to follow Tsunamic Wave stream, there's a button right on the homepage to get directly to his stream. So passthestickspod.com, you can get to any of our platforms from there.
That's what's up. Well, gentlemen, listen, man. Y'all know I'm definitely tuned in, man. For sure, man, because I don't have time sometimes at this time to play the game myself, or sometimes even to do my own podcast, man. So with y'all, doing what y'all do, it gives me time to still tap in. So I'm gonna be honest, listening to y'all, it's very educational. To find out what's going on too, as far as like the whole, the stock part about it and like the whole financial part about it and what's coming up new and what's next. Same thing when you actually streaming the game, man. I'll be sitting back because I'll be like, yeah, I be wanting to play so bad, but I gotta play vicariously through you. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people like me and other people on here who maybe be a little too busy to play. This is why y'all platforms are so important, because we can listen in while we driving, while we working, while we just chilling on all streaming platforms, of course, Past the Sticks Podcast, or we can get a visual watching you streaming too. So that's why when y'all get everything locked and loaded, I definitely want to do a part 2, a follow-up to this. So, we can let the people, know when y'all get this YouTube, this Twitch flowing, and when we start, getting this Facebook money, we're going to definitely come back on here and do a part 2, man. But for right now, my guys, listen, I appreciate y'all. Anytime we live, anytime y'all want to do anything, regardless of whether it's through this or something different, any questions, because I'm going to be hitting y'all up when I get my PC in the summertime to
no doubt
figure out how to do all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be hitting y'all with questions and vice versa. Y'all got any questions about any of this shit? Definitely just let me know, man, because one hand wash the other. Us as black people, us as family, we definitely got to, you know how that go. We definitely got to look out for each other. And if y'all wondering, us two light-skinned niggas, we all family members up here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, man, you know what I'm saying? So, so if we all we got, man, CMB.
No doubt.
CMB, we all we got. That's a fact, man. So, so I appreciate y'all, man. So, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Ask for y'all in the chat, man. Salute everybody on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch who's been tuned in, man. Everybody. Yes, sir, man. This is Harlem Smiley, man. You know the slogan. You can't get this money when you in there sleep on the couch. It's impossible. Everybody outside, whether they in the metaverse, out the metaverse, in the game and streaming, out the game, wherever they doing, they getting money. You've been sitting on the couch, not getting that money, playing the game all day. Your girl walk in like, damn, nigga, you still on that game? You know what you should do? The same thing Pass the Sticks Podcast and Tsunamic Wave is doing.
No doubt.
Getting that money. If I sit on the couch and be broke, the girl gonna walk in as soon as she talks that shit.
Asking me the same question.
Yeah, still be asking the same shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Look, why the fuck you in here still playing that game? At least what he could do is be like, damn, rent about to come up. Look.
Working, baby.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, she might be all right, cool, finish playing that game. But if you can't show nothing, your pocket's got lint ball in it, she gonna be like, well, I think you should take that game and my TV. Leave that here. Y'all just get out. Right. That's the worst. It's too cold for that shit. But we out of here, man. It's your boy Harlem Smiley, man. Salute to Tsunamic Wave, Jay Brown, Past Sticks Podcast. Appreciate y'all. We out of here. We go.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Sir.